Hey everybody, before we get started, I do have a small message from one of our fellow podcasters.
Hey, we are Clash of Krits, an actual play D&D podcast. Have you ever wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons? Come join us at our table for a wild adventure. We know funny.
Now we've learned our lesson, right?
All right, we need a cuddle puddle, man. Cuddle puddle.
All we have here, okay?
All we have is...
We need to stay together. We can make fun of other people, but we should not make fun of each other. Not anymore.
We know chaos.
Nuts! It's like he's practically prone from like all the dodging that he had to do. It's his turn now.
Just get in the closet.
How you put a pillow in there?
Look, we'll treat you nice. We know epic.
You see this thing start blowing up mushrooms all around him as Barrett's using his shield to cover from the spores. As he rushes right at the thing, he jumps up,
and we definitely know spicy.
Ooh, recap it, Daddy.
Come hang out with us on all streaming platforms. That's Clash of Krits. Krits with a K.
So if you get a chance, give them a listen. Thank you very much, and back to our show. Hey everybody, this is Jeff, your humble narrator, and this is Big Campaign Stories. And we have the full crew here for you today. But before we get started, let's get them lightsaber checks. Mav.
Hey, my name's Mav. I am playing Dosh, and Dosh is a swashbuckler for the most part. And I rolled 16. Jesse.
Hey everybody, I'm Jesse. I'm playing Oswald. Oswald is now a level 4 Inquisitor, and I got a 17. John.
Hey, this is John playing as Lucius. I'm a level 7 sorcerer, and I got a 4. Sean, if you haven't gone already.
Hey, your review of the previous episode won't be for naught. But I'm also ready to totally pull in the 3 here. I'm Sean, and I play Fours, who is a level 6 shifter. We're level 6, right? How can you only be level 4 Inquisitor, Jesse?
Level 7.
Y'all should be level 7. I'm
We're
level
all-
4 because I got goo sucked out of my soul.
Oh,
Yeah, that's gonna happen in the recap.
yeah, I wasn't following. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did I miss a memo? But we'll go with it.
So, maybe I need to check. If you guys are level 7, I'm level 7. But yeah, I'm a shifter. And I got an 8. Marshall? Did you
Yeah.
go?
No, I did not. I'm Marshall, and I play Keegan, and he's a level 7 samurai. I got a 3.
Oh.
Son of a bitch!
That's a low off.
All right, Marshall, how about them recaps?
Oh man.
We'll help you.
Thank you, guys. Last time we went. Where did we start last time? Were we inside the
We were in
cave?
the bar, and everyone was hungover.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were
Thanks for
getting
the
an
starting point.
escort
Yeah.
from
Yes.
from what was their name again?
Gerada.
Gerada. Yeah, so we
Gerada
all were at
Mo.
the bar. Some of us were hungover, and we started our hike up the mountain to the shrine of
Horeth, I think.
Breath.
Well, along the way, we discovered that we felt like the Shrine to Horeth was the right location, based off of totems and other such posts along the way, right?
As well as the other map we were going off of. But we found some of the other creatures that were in the area that were left over from an incident before.
Necrosludge.
Necrosludge.
Yeah, Gerada put one of those weird deers down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She's got a good gun. Mine's not as good. Or at least wolves have more hit points than deers. But we made it to the shrine. Headed in the secret entrance after Lucius shoved his hand in the hole.
Name of your sex tape.
Secret entrance.
And worked our way down. Each level was a different element charged until we got to the bottom where we found a Necro Goo minion of McKeith with the Necro Gooed
Was like
Guardian Golem.
Yeah, like the nuclear fusion golem or whatever it was
Yeah.
from the last one.
It's like the old one, but newer.
Yeah.
Skull Commander, right? Or Bone Commander?
The Bone Commander.
The Bone
Yeah.
Commander, yeah.
Giving out the orders for fun.
Bone! Brooklyn Nine-Nine, anyone?
What?
Never mind.
After a battle, the Bone Commander, and defeating the Bone Commander and the Golem thing, we are looking around the area and found a collapsed wall that goes into a cave.
Let's recall what a hard time Oswald had during this. And the Bone Commander used his crazy spell to suck his levels out of him.
Yeah, he got.
I feel so bad because, like, we're all grown adults, and then there's the child who just keeps getting shit on every time. He's got, like, cursed by demons that come from the corners of the room. He doesn't sleep anymore. His hands are claws, and now he's missing parts of his soul. And we're just like, oh man, it sucks to be Oswald. Anyways, guys.
I made a note. Oh, I made a note in our Discord. We have to get Oswald actual help.
Yeah, we really need to get him sorted out. It's gotta be like a Get Oswald Better episode or something.
Also, how old is Oswald? We keep calling him a kid. Is he a kid? How old is he?
I think we've established right now he's 22.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a kid.
That works. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, if you're listening to this and you're younger than 22, yeah, you're a kid.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
You're also the shortest, so that helps.
Oh, yeah.
Child like
Anyone out there who's younger than 22, you're the shortest.
Yeah.
To be fair, among all the things that are terrible in Oswald's life, the no sleeping piece is something that is self-inflicted. That's a choice he made. That was after some cybernetics he implanted.
Yeah, because of the trauma you received, right?
Yeah, it was because of the bad dreams. Yeah, he didn't want to have the bad dreams anymore, so he decided to stop sleeping.
Doesn't make it better. I just do cocaine to stay up at night. You know,
just because there's a reason doesn't mean it's a good reason.
Yeah.
I'm not addicted to cocaine. It keeps the demons away.
I think being on it better than not.
After this, real help for Oswald is necessary.
But for now, you are in the lower parts of this Horeth generator shrine. The Necro Sludge is still all about the walls and floor. Though the Boat Commander and the Guardian are destroyed, we pick up there.
Did we grab that other hand too, or the arm?
We did.
Okay.
What I don't remember is whether or not we grabbed. I'm assuming that it had a ring on him too.
Because where we left off at the end of last episode, I was outside with the smoldering pile.
Mm-hmm.
And I searched that stuff, so before I got back in, I would have that stuff with me.
Oh, wait, yeah, you would find the arm and a ring.
That's
Yeah.
right. The golem carried him outside.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to make sure that they stayed dead.
Yeah, I'd hand both those things over to Lucius.
All right. Can somebody carry the arm for me, please?
Yeah, I got it.
And yeah, I'll just pocket the ring. So far, I've got 2 of them, and Tilda has 1.
Was it the same ring as the last one, or is it different? Because this guy was a McKeith guy, right? Was the last ring a McKeith ring?
Yeah, all 3 that I've found so far have been McKeith rings. And yeah, with Forrest being back, kind of address everybody and say, I think that I'm right in that McKeith sent his agents to deactivate all of these temples. I think that the Necro Sludge Bone Commander proved that.
Do you have any ideas on why?
It sounds like, based off of what the Bone Commander was saying, they didn't want the other gods to have this power for themselves.
Now it's power to the people.
Exactly.
Do you mind if I throw in a praise at the ring and the arm to make sure they didn't get, like, Necro Sludge too?
Yeah, please. Let's see if there's any differences in between the ring and arm that I have too, just in case.
I rolled a 22, and I have the ability that when I praise things, if I succeed, I also learn all its attributes.
These are the same as the ones that Lucius has.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, the agents of McKeith, it sounds like they were all geared up the same.
Our people in the Arferi Shrine, or near the Arferi Shrine, in trouble? Or in danger?
I don't think so. Are you asking about the last shrine that we haven't gone to, or the shrine that...
The ones that we've already gone to, if their
Yeah.
goal is to shut them down, and that one's operating.
Well, their goal was to shut them down, and they succeeded for the most part a long time ago.
And each of these shrines are dedicated to a different god, right? Or are they all Horeth?
2 have been to Horeth, 1 has been to Jeff, remind me.
Arashi.
You're right, Arashi.
I wonder if that's why they don't. This McKeith doesn't want them. It's like a different god.
and it could have been just about Horeth, but it was weird that this agent of McKeith, who had been here for a very long time, I think was just reanimated by the necro sludge.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, somewhat recently.
Followed its previous directive.
Mm-hmm. What's weird is that the necro sludge was interacting with him in a way that he still had his memories.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think this is the first time we've seen the necrosludge infecting a person.
True.
Is there the panel we're all familiar with that controls the...
There is, yeah. The sludge is spread across it, dark veins and trails of it.
Also, where's this hole at? Is it over here by the...
Yeah, it looks like it's towards the south side of the room before you'd get to the cliff face that would drop down into the lower areas where you can feel like the heat coming up from underground vents and whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like there's a wall roughly twice the size of a person, so probably about the size that Guardian could be.
Okay.
That goes into another area.
Before diving in, can we try to investigate the control panel and see if this place is functioning or if it's being affected by the necro sludge?
Yeah, absolutely.
And while they're working on the panel, I'm just going to stay kind of not near it, but have my gun trained on it, just kind of keeping an eye at it, just in case anything comes in.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So in this process, I'm going to try to clear the necro sludge away from the control panel with my magic, and I imagine I'm going to have to continue doing that, or focus on that.
Yeah, you can spend another spell slot to use Control Undead, and that will move the necro sludge. It's non-intelligent, and so you can move it away, at least in the area. It doesn't move all of it, like not the whole room, but you can make it peel off of the control panel.
Possible name of the episode, Sludge Bender.
Sludge Bender.
But yeah, as you sludge bend, we can go get any knowledge technology or knowledge engineering for this.
Yeah, I'll be focusing on the magic if somebody else can look at the controls.
How good of a job is Lucius doing at keeping the sludge away from the panel?
At least around the panel, probably in about 20 feet in all directions from it. Yeah, it looks like the sludge stops it almost like an invisible wall.
Oh, sweet. I will definitely go over there, and then I will help look at the panel.
Like I've got a magneto bubble going on.
And I mean, you can twist the sludge up if you need to. You can shape it. It just doesn't hold on to it for very long without having a structure or like bones to bend around. Looking at the panel, Oswald, it seems to be functioning. I mean, you can see from your previous experiments with these and with your comprehend languages, Bone Commander had definitely tried to overload it, but the sludge seems to be consuming that energy. So though right now it's turned up way too high, its output is nowhere near where it should be.
Okay.
Oh, it might be feeding that sludge.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll ramp it down to 10%, just like we did with our fairy reactor.
Okay. It takes a few minutes, but you will notice that the sludge on the generators will start coalescing towards the bottom. As the energy output goes, the sludge starts to go back to that neutral state. There's nothing to feed on.
Do you guys think I should turn it down to 0? Turn it all the way off until we can resolve the sludge?
Honestly, at this point, I think it's a good idea, but something that I am slightly concerned about is if the sludge's focus isn't on this power, then can it divert its focus to something else?
Yeah, so it might be useful to have this as as bait for a while until we can figure out what we want to do.
Yeah, it might all of a sudden just immediately turn on us.
Right. I wouldn't know if that's how it's really going to operate. I'm making an assumption on that.
It's a safe assumption because the alternative is scary.
I think what I'd like to do then is to try and ramp it up to a level that is enough to lure the sludge over, but not enough to charge them up and give them make them overpowered, if that makes sense. Which I assume is going to take some finagling, but 30%-ish.
When you got access to the panel, it was pushing it 80 to 90, and the sludge was consuming it. So putting it at 30 is fine. It just means there's a portion of the sludge that will try to find energy elsewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like we want to keep doing what the agent of McKeith was doing. If we do find a solution for this sludge, we don't want this thing to go critical or anything like that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Something like 30% sounds like sure.
Yeah. Enough to keep the sludge coming, but keep it still hungry and not satisfied.
Yeah. And we'll just see if our theory works out.
Yeah.
Once you're happy, I'll stop focusing on keeping the sludge away.
Once you stop focusing on keeping the sludge away, I will immediately look around for the sludgeless portion of the room to stand in. Least sludgy?
Most sludgeless?
It's all pretty sludgy, isn't it?
It's the new name of the episode. Most sludgeless. Well, I say we continue on. Maybe we'll figure out what the source of the sludge is or unravel something. But I would love to get this power plant back up and...
Yeah, I think the sludge is a separate thing that just managed to find its way down here, but maybe you're right. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be something down here for the sludge. But either way, we need to fully explore the whole complex.
Are you good to explore the whole complex?
I mean, I guess. We've only ever found the one agent of McKeith before, right? In, like, the remains of one McKeithist in the previous reactors.
Yes, and this agent was surprised to see me here, thinking that I might have been an agent of McKeith as well.
So there's probably not anybody else in the complex that can do what he could do?
Let's just... If anything goes sideways, Oswald, you just do your best to stay back.
Yeah.
You've been through enough right now.
Okay. I'm having flashbacks to the 18 seconds or so immediately prior to me being goo tortured to when Keegan was being eaten and Lucius was almost cut in half.
You have such a good memory.
I am still... Although I went through some scary situations back there, I'm only down a couple of spell slots at this point.
Yeah, same, honestly. Like, other than the missing levels, I've got the resources that I wouldn't gain much by resting.
Yeah, I'm missing a handful of HP, but not much.
Yeah, I'm pretty good to go too.
Keegan, you want to switch places with Oswald? Oswald can take up the rear. You got peekers, I assume?
Yeah, I got peekers. I'll take up front.
I'll join you. I got night vision.
Alright, progressing towards the broken part of the wall, you can see the kind of the cave-in effect, right? The broken rocks that looks like it was pressed against this wall before it shattered into the generator room. It's a little bit of unsure footing before you get into a section that your lights can illuminate from the outside that looks like you're in part of a library. Most of this room is covered with cave-in, but you can see books along the walls. You can see kind of a case of what looks like wine. There's a bunch of old clothes in here, a knocked-over chessboard, a few display items on the bookshelf, a fancy blade, a few vials that look like they've been broken or have dried out. It looks like somebody might have lived down here at one point.
I'll look to Keegan, and can you tell if the rocks here, this looks recent, like cave-in, or is this an old one?
Can I give an engineering to see what I think of the damage to it?
Sure.
21.
It looks more recent, right? There's a lot of dust on the walls and books and things like that, and the rocks are on top of that.
Okay, so like some new breaks as well?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
There's no sludge in this room.
Oh.
Is the cave-in like something was in this room and busted out, or something busted outside the room into the room?
Like half of this library, the roof collapsed.
Oh.
You do know that window was broken from the inside.
Am I right in imagining there's no physical barrier keeping the sludge from entering this room from the control room?
Correct.
It's just been happy to suck on the energy.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's sludge all through this whole area outside of the reactor itself.
Yeah. I guess I'll start with detecting magic.
If there's a protection on it.
Well, maybe I can find something or an aura or something that would lead me into I don't know, any clues about this room.
As you scan over the area, there is a ring over on the pile of old clothes. You'll find, 32 small magical effects all over the floor, various chess pieces from a chessboard that's been knocked over. The fancy blade, kind of smaller, almost short sword sized, on the bookshelf glows.
I'll start compiling these things on the, let's say, is it there a table that's knocked over, or is there...
Yeah, you can find the table that was knocked over that had the chessboard.
Right.
It's kind of a strange set. The king for each side has kind of a almost crocodilian or T-Rex-like head with a squid-like body coming from it. The queen on one side looks like a three-armed kind of headless creature, while the other one seems to have four of the same woman coming out of a single spot. But it's a lot of almost looks like planar variety of chess pieces.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll flip the table back upright. The chess set will kind of float back on top of it as pieces slowly form back on top of the chessboard itself. The short sword will levitate over to the table, and so will that ring.
Okay.
I look down at the chessboard, and then I look over at Lucius. Are we bringing that back for Sharap?
Maybe if it's not dangerous. Everything that I put on this table has a magical effect to it that I haven't deciphered yet. That might be a Dosh thing. Are you able to just take 20s on this? Just curious.
I should be able to. Like, if it's an appraise, can I take time to do that?
What, if we're taking 20s on this? Sure, if you want to spend like an hour.
I don't see a problem with that.
Yeah, if we're gonna be down here that long.
Yeah.
I'll start.
I mean, it's a library, right? This is just the magical stuff. While Dosh is appraising things, we can be looking at the rest of this place.
Yeah, I'll do a once over too to make sure it's safer for us to be in here now that something's collapsed. I mean,
The reason we might not want to spend a ton of time here is the potential of having a whole pack of meat wolves closing in our current location. Because they are still attracted to this area. But yeah, by all means. I'm interested. I'm as interested as you guys are to see what this stuff does.
I'm going to start looking at the books.
What? Books?
I know.
Nerd.
I kept waiting for somebody to like look at the books in the library. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's me.
Do we have a light source in here?
Last I know, Johnny was having light going.
Okay, cool.
If this room has like a metallic structure to light up, I'll light it up.
It does not. You can see where once it had kind of capped candles, sconces that would have had light set up for it, but it does not have a metal bar running through to create the light effect that you have seen on other things.
Oh, okay. Do any of the candles have any life left in them?
No. Well, long since evaporated, extinguished.
Okay.
Is there a like a frame of a chandelier or some sort of lighting fixture that's hanging from the ceiling?
No, unfortunately, that's shattered on the floor.
Well, hey, floor light.
Yeah, I'll just I'll give you guys all a light source if you need it. So whether or not it's like something that you hold that's generating light.
All right, I'll grab one of the T-Rex figurines.
I will take a candlestick that has no candles in it, but glows.
And you have Lucius cast it on the very inside of the candle cup so it comes out like a cone.
I don't think it works that way, but sure.
I'll set my peakers to low light now that there's some light in here.
Perfect, yeah. Then we'll start here. Dosh, what's the first item that you are taking 20 on?
What's the general look of the ring and the sword? Just like by glancing over it. Is there any distinguishing marks?
The ring looks nondescript. It visually looks like wood, but when you feel it, it is that cold metal.
Mm-hmm.
The sword, though, looks more ceremonial. Probably doesn't look like it's ever been used. It has a look of the older empires.
Also, kind of like similar to the swords we stole from that rich guy.
Looks older than that.
The twin blades. Older than that. Oh, okay. Shit. I'm gonna do the sword first.
Okay. Yeah, as you pour it over and look through it, looks like it is a ceremonial weapon. As you spend more time on it, looks like it's based on the design and how well put together it is functional, but looks like it was probably a gift, maybe between royalty. But the markings on it put it as a blade of the old Kushani Empire that was destroyed during the rise of the Ephrath, or the empire that the Robot Liches controlled. As far as magical properties to it, there's not many. It is +2, and it can do non-lethal instead of lethal as part of it.
Okay.
For the rules nerds, is that the merciful enhancement?
Correct. Dosh, as you're looking over this Kushani Royal Blade, we'll cut over here to Oswald looking at books. Now, at least in this section, a lot of these books seem to be journals. There are a couple that look like proper books with bindings and inlay to them, but a lot of these are in a language you don't know.
But I'm going to start with the journals, and if I can tell which are more recent, I would like to start with the one that was written most recently.
Okay, yeah, there's not going to be a good way to do that, considering you have to cast a spell and then open a book, and so like they're not in an order.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, I'll start with casting comprehend languages, and that'll let me read languages, and I'll pick a journal and start from there.
Yeah, go and give me a percentile roll, Oswald.
Sure.
And on a 100, you find the Dewey Decimal Catalog for this place.
I got a 40.
As the comprehend language spell goes into effect, it changes the words into something you can understand. A lot of these look like notes, like spy notes, right? These are talking about various people and heads of houses, though it's referring to all 9 houses. But it's all, rumors, pages and pages of, like, paranoid ideas and trying to create flowcharts of who has power and leverage over who. And there's just tons of these journals.
Okay.
None of this is modern, though. Like, none of these names at all look familiar.
Yeah. You're talking about the names of people involved, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can I tell, like, what era this is? Like, roughly, like, how many centuries ago this would have been?
Sure, knowledge history.
I will max out a 10 on this. So I got a 10.
Yeah, the best you can figure is this looks like stuff taken in during the Rethi era, maybe a little bit later.
Okay, that's fine.
The magic is giving you context to these words, and they're talking about the houses, though they're still in effect.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I'll keep flipping through journals more or less randomly unless I can figure out a system to how they're organized. What I'm looking for is any mention of this site and its relationship to the reactor.
Sure. Keegan.
Yes. After making sure we're fairly safe in here from potential collapse again, gonna be looking around, seeing if there's anything that jumps out, strikes my fancy. Just kind of seeing what else is here. I know Oswald's looking at the books, they're checking over the artifacts.
There's the case on the floor. It looks like some rocks have broken 3 out of the 8 bottles of wine, though who knows if it's how poisonous or how fermented this is. But at least the few that are left there still seem to be sealed.
Yeah,
See the dark red, almost brownish liquid sloshing around inside.
I'll gather up the wine bottles. It's gonna be how we say goodbye to Amon.
All right, and 4s.
I can't read magic. I can't appraise anything. So I'm just walking around, seeing what looks cool.
Okay.
Whatever is neat and shiny and captures my eye.
All right, and Lucius.
I think it's time for my signature power here. Detect secret doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, scanning through here does not look like there are any.
I'll give it a minute.
Delicious.
Usually this doesn't fail me.
This is like when the DM targets the player specifically.
Yeah.
Screw you, John.
All
Starts
your
to
friends
play.
have no skin on them.
Are there any doors that are non-secret that I can see?
We go past
Yeah,
the
right.
normal door.
Right.
Nope, not in here. Like I say, this looks like the back end of the library, so that supposedly there would be a rest of the room that goes somewhere else.
Does it seem feasible to try to move some rocks to get to the other part of the room?
No.
Or does it look like it's just completely caved in?
Yeah, completely caved in. I mean, I guess
Okay.
with enough time and enough invisible servants.
So it seems weird, like there would have been an actual entrance into this area, huh?
Correct.
I wonder if we'd find that actual entrance if we were to wander around the actual temple more.
This doesn't look like it's connected to the temple at all. Like, none of the same motifs, no elemental themes or anything. Like, your hand does not pick up any spells, and so in here, you don't have access to that necromancy anymore, or any of
Okay.
the elemental stuff.
So this was kind of like a dude living in the wall?
No, we don't know necessarily where this this is like a library that's attached to something that's not attached to the Shrine of Hareth here.
Correct.
Yeah, either there's a different entrance up above that we don't know about, or yeah, it's hard to say like how or why this library's here and whose it was. Can we get a name off of any of those journals, maybe, to find out who was writing them?
Oswald, looking them over, whoever was taking these was extremely paranoid. Different journals have different names as far as the author, though it's all in similar handwriting, until it's not. So it looks like one person with multiple personas, or taken from the viewpoint of personas they were adopting.
Okay.
And this would combine kind of with what Forrest is finding, looking at the clothes over there. The clothes that the ring was sitting on looks like they're badges and robes that would apply to all 9 houses.
Huh.
So there's, for House Orphe, for House Ortis, for Solane, Selene, Ephrath, Mithrain. These are the robes I need, these are the badges I need, kind of thing. To be
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I'll answer Lucius that no, not really. It looks like this place was being maintained by some kind of spy who was really careful not to record their identity. That's why there's so many different costumes and house garb here. I think it was one person who was adopting lots of different disguises.
And this would then tie across over to Dosh as you're looking over the ring, finally appraising it. The ring itself, the way it's designed, if you are to pass a save against detect thoughts, it turns it on the caster.
Oh, okay. You then detect their thoughts instead?
Correct.
Cool.
So all these clothes that I'm looking through are from the Rethi era. Is it true in Big Campaign world, as of our world, that people a long time ago used to be shorter?
I mean, these would all be human-sized for the Rethi era, so...
And if they fit me, that means that humans used to be smaller.
Correct. Yeah. These would be too big on an Oswald, too small on a Keegan, but you and Lucius can probably wear it just fine.
Are they like Bram Stoker's Dracula, fancy robes, or are they more practical?
They all look like almost servant robes for each of the houses.
All low-key uniform.
Correct.
But in the time that we've taken, we haven't really found anything that's referencing the Necro Sludge or even the Temple of Hareth, huh?
Correct. Nothing about Temple of Hareth. Oswald, you can give me another percentile.
Okay. I got a 96.
Excellent. So to fill in a little bit what Lucius is asking, there is a book that you will pick up, one of the journals, though it feels heavier than the ones you've had before. Opening it up, it is a lead-lined box shaped as a book.
Yes.
Inside there are no pages, though it is hollowed out, and you can see there was a vial in here that appears to have dried out or been broken. But it is listed here that this was their final and ultimate attempt, but they believe they found a way to solve corruption from the Far Realm, a way to remove taint from the soul and the body.
Detect Secret Doors didn't find this? What the crap? Be the lead lining. I'm gonna learn from this.
It's almost like the spy was specifically trying to avoid detection from people who have
know.
detect secret doors.
What really stands out, though, with that 96 is it references that Necro Sludge a bit, but it also references, I think this might be a way to help Typh.
Like, it mentions Typh, or this is just an idea that occurs to me?
It mentions Typh Raylan specifically.
Oh, fuck.
My name in a contemporary context.
So this book, I'll show off what I found. And you said the vial is broken, right? There's no contents anymore.
Correct. It looks like the seal on top might have gotten loose and it's dried out completely.
Okay. Yeah, I found something, guys. This is a false book, mostly, with a vial in it. The vial's busted, but it mentions Typh Rayland by name, and says that they think they've maybe found a way to solve or heal him of the corruption or taint from the Far Realm. So I guess that's the Typh as a Far Realm elder person confirmed.
Wait, is Typh a lineage name? Is he?
I was just gonna say, yeah. Is it a family name? Are we jumping to?
I guess it could be. That's not the impression I get from reading this, but I don't know enough about Typh's family history.
Right. I mean,
Also, though, like, do we really want to trust some weird hermit who lived in the walls down here with anti-thought? Like, he literally had a ring of tinfoil hat.
Yeah,
right.
We've also, this isn't the first time we've encountered somebody who said that Typh was like some kind of like very long-lived being that they were trying to kill. Like, that was the whole plot that we interfered with that got gangs after us.
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time believing that, but this is making me think about it more.
I mean, we definitely know his name. The name Raylan's used elsewhere. As I look at Oswald.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably, when Jeff gets back, throw out this natty 1. Good thing I rolled a fucking natural 20 on that joke roll I did a second ago.
On your fake fucking skill. Just burn that 20, just burn it.
Redacted.
Huh.
It's like I don't know how common a name it would be. I imagine it's like
from centuries ago, from the Rethi era.
Yeah, like reading an old, really, really old account from like the medieval era, and it brings up someone named Orville Redenbacher. And you're like, what? Like the Orville Redenbacher? That's like such a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
Talk about Barack Obama. He's like, thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
Because while Rayland is very prevalent now, I don't know how prevalent the name Typh is.
Yeah, who knows? I'm not a student of that. My character isn't a student of that part of the world or that part of history.
All the nobility and stuff. Apparently Lucius isn't either.
Yeah. Maybe Jeff will let me roll a knowledge history, but
Yeah, and
Or-
honestly, this maybe ties something from way back with Ven Veras too. That original briefcase that was going to Taif with the diamonds in it. That briefcase was from the Church of Legalo, which is one of the 9.
Yeah.
Like
Wait,
that
what was
dates
from
back
that
to this-
church?
The briefcase with 6 big diamonds of true resurrection on them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Malachi really knows
Okay.
forever as he just keeps resurrecting himself every time he.
I don't think we ever figured out exactly how he was using them.
Thought you. Yeah, never mind.
Who
I
was
wasn't there for that.
Yeah, that was
Go
from
back.
like episode 1 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the Justicari think that Taif is maybe lich-like. That's what they thought, and that they needed some like really strange new technology in order to stop what he could do.
And this adds a nugget of truth to that theory.
Yeah, it doesn't confirm it, but it does fit with that of like, oh, maybe Taif is more than he seems. Maybe he's not just like a regularly aged person who
Right,
happens to
but-
be in control of like, mass resources as head of Emon.
And then
Yeah.
the corruption is also making it the corruption from the far realm specifically referenced.
I wonder if that's the original source of the Necro Sludge.
And we feel we've got to deal with the Necro Sludge before we can actually activate this power plant fully, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
we do. Or else the
Okay.
sludge will just eat the power coming
Yeah,
out
I'll
of it.
just keep coming.
I
Yeah.
want to eat the power. But I tried to do a knowledge nobility to see if I could think of, like, maybe how far back I have recordings of Ty Freeland. But I'm starting to think that maybe knowledge corporate or history would have been better. All the same, I rolled a frickin' 1.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things of there have been other people named Typh throughout history, but none as prominent, and so it kind of gets muddled, right? When you try to
Mhm.
look that up and try to think about it, those famous names stand out in that sense. So yeah, maybe once you get to a library or something, you can look up more. But as of
Right.
right now, that knowledge nobility is not bringing anything to mind.
Yeah, like, we should take these books out of this place.
Yeah. There might still be some like residue or something in this vial that can, somebody with proper equipment can analyze.
And creepypasta is gonna eat this shit up. This is like finding Slender Man in a bunch of photos.
Yeah, Jasper's dark web is gonna go nuts over this stuff.
Also, don't give me another percentile roll.
All right. Let's see if I can hit the jackpot.
Go 100.
I got an 88.
It's journals upon journals. You guys can pull them aside, put them into bags, or get them in stacks for invisible servants. But a lot of them are just that. Besides time and water damage, have now started to creep in on some. It's going to take a long time, longer than you probably have right now, to go through them all.
Right.
But besides the false journal, there is one book that does stand out amongst this, which looks like a book written by the Lord of House Ordis, which is a house that you guys don't really remember. Like, you could roll me a history check on it if you want, but it's
And
not
I
one of the
do.
ones that's still around now.
I attempt to think back on this house with a total of 17.
Keegan would not have heard of it, regardless.
Yeah, same.
If it's just call 17 not good enough. You don't have to scrape for something.
You've already abandoned your dice result. You don't even you paid money and you didn't even wait for your milkshake. You're like, you know
Yeah,
what?
just throw it away for me,
Just
please.
keep my money. I don't even want it.
With a 17, you definitely know it was one of the houses of the original 9. They were renowned fighters. They worshipped Oramek as their primary god, the one that they respected the most. But their house was destroyed at some point.
So even let's say I did get start pulling in some unseen servants, we're still like a day's hike away from
Correct.
a vehicle to carry these things, right? So
Well, I'll pocket at least the book from the Lord of House Ordis, as well as the book with the vial in it.
Okay.
and yeah, I'll have my hard light attendant carry, I don't know, a sack of books or something. Did we find out what the chessboard does?
I'll hang on to the chessboard and the miscellaneous things. What?
Finishing up that hour as you look over this chessboard. It is a strange and elaborate chessboard, though it does look like it is built to confer a magical bonus to the 2 players, depending on who wins.
Oh, hey, you want to play?
Yeah. Dosh does.
I'll play you.
Looks like it takes about half an hour to play a game, but the first time to win will convey a bonus to a skill. If you get 2 wins in a row, you'll get a reroll. And a third win will give a stat boost for that day.
Ooh.
Now, that being said, it looks like the magic only applies once per day. So if you have an hour and a half, you play 3 games against somebody. If you win all 3, you get all 3 bonuses. If 2 people win, you get the first bonus, each of you, and then one of you get the second.
All right.
So we're not stopping to play this, is what you're saying?
Probably not. Maybe you get 1 game in there, but so first win is what's the bonus to skills?
Yeah, it gives a +4 bonus to sense motive.
Okay. Then the second win is a reroll,
A reroll on any int, whiz, or cha-based skill.
and then what's the attribute bonus? Get win 3 in a row.
If you win 3 in a row, it is a +4 temporary bonus to the stat used during the game.
Okay.
And so I do have rules for a side mini game for playing chess with this board.
Can we say that while other people were reading journals and stuff, Dash and I got a chance to play before we go?
No, because he had to use that whole hour
Okay.
getting all the stuff, getting all the knowledge of all the stuff.
Yep.
Well, we make an argument real quick. Negotiate with the DM. What if playing the game is a part of that hour to learn what it does?
Takes half an hour of playing? Sure. I mean, if you guys want to spend the time, absolutely go for it.
No, we're just trying to squeak in everything we can.
Yeah.
I know what we're doing.
I phrased it the way I did because I thought we could cushion a little bit of it into the end and not be like, okay, we've appraised all this stuff. We're all ready to go. Hey, Dad, can we stop and play chess for a half hour before we go with the sun going down and we need to get to safety, but we'd like to play chess.
You guys absolutely can play. It just would require dedicated time for it. Because you imagine part of your taking 20 is looking at 32 different pieces
Yeah.
and looking over the board and figuring it all out.
Yeah.
Is there food in here, like preserved or tinned food or rations or anything like that?
No.
I'm not gonna let you eat anything out of here.
I mean, as the only illican in the group, he's probably the safest one to do something.
Yeah.
I could eat that book if I needed to.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it sounds like this is a cool find, but for the purposes of getting this this power source back online, it's not really relevant. Not that we can see. And it doesn't seem like, unless if we find a smoking gun on the some of these vials that we're bringing up, it might not even be related to the necro sludge, yeah. So, if you guys are going to play a game of chess during this entire time, might be trying to investigate more inside this temple to see if the necro sludge is coming like from somewhere outside the temple into it, or if it's originating inside this area. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go topside and get some fresh air and talk to Gerada. Unless one of you thinks I should not do that right now.
No, I'll be going with you pretty much, because I think that can be part of my investigating where the sludge is coming from. If it's coming from inside this place, or if it's finding its way in from outside.
I'll take you 2 up.
All right. Yeah, like you saw on the first floor, it looks like it kind of broke in through a water pipe up there before getting to the water level. It looks like it snuck in from the outside, started the leak there, and then crept in.
Gotcha. Well, with Keegan here, does this look like we could repair it and or stop the sludge from coming in from here?
Let me roll an engineering and see.
I'll be backing you up, attempting to add a +2 to that.
22!
And I got a 17.
Does that give me +2?
It does, yeah. I mean, looking over, you could definitely repair this pipe. The sludge in here would still need to be gotten out somehow or destroyed, but you could definitely prevent it from leaking more into here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. We'll have to get some more piping and some fittings, but we can make it work.
Keegan doesn't carry that magic tape that you just slap onto a pipe.
I mean, he has a demolitions kit.
Does he have this? He has the opposite.
I can make it worse. But to make it better, we have to go get some supplies.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's like when your basement is flooded, but instead of just a regular pump, you need a pump that's been like blessed and sanctified by your local priest.
Yeah, heading up to the top, Gerada will be up there waiting for you all to come back up, as it's starting to get late enough now of once she sees you, Lucius, as well as Keegan and Oswald. If we're trying to get back, we're going to be doing at least half this trip in the night, unless we're staying here.
Yeah, we definitely had a big find down there. Thanks to you, we found what we were looking for.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and we definitely appreciate you leading us to this place. With your expertise, what do you think is safest? Trying to bunker up here for the night? Keeping in mind that this entire Shrine to Hareth has been infested with that necrotic sludge. But we don't think that there's any... Yeah, except for the library. We don't think that there's anything animated left down there. I think that we've taken care of everything.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. If you're up for it, we can try to make this trek at night. I never suggest that. I always feel that's a bit dangerous. But, well, I haven't been in there yet. So if you guys think it's safe in there, well, we can all camp out for a bit. I can call in to have some of the other NTech agents meet us out here in the morning.
Oh.
That probably sounds the safest. But if you'd like, it shouldn't take more than a few moments for you to assess the inside of that place yourself.
As long as you're not going to get in trouble with Amon for giving away secrets.
Absolutely not.
Actually, that's a good idea. We should stay here and bunker down for the night in the library. And if they can bring the supplies I need to fix the pipe, I can address that in the morning.
Alrighty, I'll call it in and...
Because you can have a crew come out, right?
Yeah.
I'll make a list of what I need.
Perfect. That sounds great.
I want to sense motive real quick.
And I'll excuse myself to make a call to Xavier.
Okay.
I feel like she's being too extra helpful for a rival corporation coming in on their ground that they've been trying to protect.
As I recall, this person respects the Amon Corporation in general. But, yeah.
So I'm going to throw a sense motive.
I haven't thought to throw any sense motives or anything like that. Yet there being.
I rolled an 18 on sense motive.
She's neutral friendly.
Neutral friendly fellow.
With an 18, besides being a helpful personality, which seems a little odd coming from the city, nothing really sets off too many bells other than what you already think.
I'll relay my worries to the crew once we're more alone, but I'm not going to worry about it right now.
You can,
They can tell me I'm
tell
paranoid,
me
which
about
is
your
fine.
concerns over a game of chess.
Yeah, we can do that. Once we get sorted in.
And since I'm up on top right now, I'm gonna send a message to my dad, just seeing how he's doing, checking in, letting him know I'm gonna be camping out for a couple days.
Yeah. You'll get back the pizza, beer, and thumbs up emoji.
Fantastic. I'm also gonna send a text to Gore, see how he's doing.
Yeah, Gore would first respond with a very quick, new phone, who this? But then, kidding, doing great. You guys are going to be there for the meeting in the morning tomorrow, right?
Question mark? When are we supposed?
Was that our timeline? We were supposed to be back by tomorrow morning?
When are we supposed to be back? Gore, what's the meeting about?
Gore!
Gore would send you the... I know, I got the message that we had a meeting coming up. It's tomorrow, isn't it?
Does anyone have Knowledge Corporate?
You need Knowledge Corporate to be able to decipher an Outlook calendar?
Yeah. To be able to access your Outlook calendar from the meta, you need to roll.
Who's got their company email?
Gosh, I would, but I'm busy doing a different thing right now. I'm actually taking a few discrete pictures of the inside of that false lead-lined book and sending them to Jasper.
No, I'm pretty good with Knowledge Corporate, but is this the timeline, Jeff? Were we supposed to be back there for?
No, it's not tomorrow morning, it's the morning after.
Right.
Okay. I will respond to Gore and say I thought the meeting was in 2 days. Or the next day.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh no.
What did you get an actual invite to a meeting? Is
Yeah.
he still at the office? What time is it? I don't want to keep harassing him if he's not working.
It is. It's like 9 o'clock.
Oh. All right. Thanks, Gore.
Thumbs up.
You're in a cold, dark necro sludge cave, and you're texting a guy sitting in an office, and you're like, I don't want to keep bugging the guy.
Okay. Well, Gore thinks there's a meeting tomorrow morning. I don't know if he got a different invite or he's just off.
Check with some of the other folks.
As you're over there taking pictures.
I took like 2 pictures.
Uh-huh.
Just the juiciest bits.
After Drana calls in, says, NTech will be here in the morning. let's take a look at this place.
And yeah, I'll be down soon. I have intentions to call Xavier.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay up with you, Lucius, and talk to some of the others, and message some of the others too, back at the office. Max and a
I'll
colleague.
take Gerada down.
Lucius, you call out to Xavier. On the second ring, you'll hear the kind of tired hello. What's wrong, Lucius?
Sorry to be calling you so late, but I'm here at the next shrine. Figures out to Horeth, and we have some complications with this power plant.
You hear him like sit up and like complications.
Yeah, complications. It's been activated, but the power is being siphoned by this necrotic sludge. And same, and I'll just kind of like sigh and like, it's the same necrotic sludge during the incident that took my arm. Ultimately, I don't think that this power plant can be used until we solve this issue. I think that with the crew I have here right now, we could stop this sludge from entering the shrine, but it's been infested, and I don't know a good way to get it out. I know that daylight kills this stuff, but I mean we're in a shrine. I don't have access to daylight down here.
No, understandable. Let me make some calls. You said this is necrotic in nature, so...
It is, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can't get a hold of some clergy of Azdan. Maybe they're able to come in there and help get rid of it.
Sure. Clergy of Azdan. Thinking back on Ranger Sands.
I'm going to send out an inspector, though, to your area. Can you send me your location so I can get somebody out there?
Yeah, I can. Something you should know is to find this place in the first place. We had a representative from Entech lead us out here, and they're sending in we can't leave right now. It's too dangerous. So they're sending in for another escort from their team to meet up with us and also bring us the supplies we need to make the initial repairs to stop the sludge from entering this shrine.
Okay. Oh, crazy.
It's been a crazy day.
I'll reach out and find an appraiser in the Solonay district to head your direction. Hopefully they can meet up with these Entech people and get out there so they can start taking a look for me.
All right.
If we have control of it at least, and this Entech isn't trying to take it from you, then Matilda's permit should still be in effect, so...
Yeah, so far, no, they aren't. They've been pretty reliable. I will have to make it back to Amon headquarters tomorrow to be for a meeting the day after.
Oh, okay.
I don't imagine this meeting going well.
All right, well, shit. Let me see if I can't get a hold of Matilda and see if she can't get down there, because we need somebody there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks, Lucius, and well done.
Yeah, sleep well.
Good night.
And call.
Yeah, Gerada inside will look around and mostly kind of comment on like, wow, what a crazy looking place. I've never been. I didn't know this is under here. I just thought it was like those, like all the other monastery shrines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I won't really bring or leave too much information in conversation, but something that I would like to do is I'm thinking about bringing Gerada to somewhere like I don't want to be camping out in the library. I'm thinking about camping out in like the areas where there's beds and stuff. Unless they're like just completely too gross from sludge.
Not on the first floor. The lower floors are definitely sludge coated.
Yeah, so I kind of envision us being on the first floor, not camping out in the library.
First floor had meat wolves, though, right?
They're all dead.
I don't think you're right. I don't know what the role is for that, but I don't think you're correct.
Oh, I thought we got rid of all the monsters in here.
In here, sure, but they can wander in from outside.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they can wander in and find their way down to the library too. We just because the sludge isn't in there, that doesn't mean that the sludge can't go in there or that monsters can't go in there, right? We didn't see any evidence of any warding in that space.
True.
Correct.
Yeah. I'm saying that we camp out on the first floor.
I would feel more comfortable in the library. But maybe you're right. Maybe it's not that they can't go, that the sludge can't go in there. Maybe it's just that it doesn't for whatever reason.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like it because it's eating off the generators.
Could somebody collect a sample of the sludge and bring it physically into the library and see what happens?
Yeah, you can.
But Pors and Dosh,
Yes.
you guys just playing chess?
Yeah, I pull up on a stump or something. Set the board down.
Okay, so you guys go back up to the top, or are you still down in the thing?
Oh, Fours, what do you think?
After the people were talking about kind of what they're doing for the night, I thought it might be a good idea to basically tag out watch with Gerada and the viewing drone and just basically put a spotlight on it and do some some searching at night. But yeah, we could probably be. I was thinking maybe towards the top, like where it's lighter.
Yeah, it's still kind of early night, right? So if we want to do something like Oswald, if you want to experiment with this necro sludge, I could still technically have control of a portion of it. That spell lasts for like hours. But how I'm envisioning this going is that we've got our people from Entech going to extract us from this place. I don't want them going anywhere below the first floor.
Mhm.
And yeah, I just say we camp out up top. I've got Xavier bringing his people in as soon as he possibly can, which might even involve Matilda showing up, probably randomly, fastly. We'll keep in mind that this is dangerous one way or the other. We're camping out in an area where we know the necrosludge is and where there have been monsters hiding out in here. So, but it seems like it's safer than trying to make the trek back at night.
All right, then let me give you your weird chess rules.
Mini game.
And this is the minigame when you want to play the King's Board. So, you are trying to aim for the closest to 10, or landing on a 10. You can choose a d4, d6, d8, d10, d12, or d20. Each player chooses the dice secretly, and then chooses whether to add int, wisdom, or cha. If you use your int, you can add or subtract your mod from the dice roll. If you use wisdom, you will always win on a tie after adding your stat. If you use charisma, you add your stat, but if you would lose, you can roll one additional time, but it has to be a dice that has not been chosen.
Cool. Oh, thanks.
All right, I got mine.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and roll.
It's mine is plus my wisdom, which is +6. So
Okay. I'll use Cha on mine.
Alright.
So I rolled a 3 with a +6, so my total chess roll is a 9.
Alrighty.
all right, and mine was an 8.
So yeah, Dosh will get the upper hand this round, giving you a 24-hour boost to Sense Motive.
We'll look at Ranger Sands in the dark. Or not Ranger Sands, they're dead. Oh god, I'm flashbacks.
Yeah. I feel like all of you are a little bit traumatized.
Yeah, thinking about making a trek back at night, thinking about the owlbear monster and shit. Like, no, let's stay here.
So the next round, do we have to use different dice?
No, you can choose the same dice or whichever.
So we don't have to actually wind up on 10 to conclude the game.
So if you rolled, let's say you both had a 6, you both rolled a 4 and got a 10, 10 is an auto win.
Okay.
But if you both get 10 and you're using wisdom, then you would win.
Okay, yeah, that's the tiebreaker. That's the tie-breaking element. All right.
But yeah, while you're playing chess, Gerardo will set up her sleeping bag and tent. She'll start dividing up watches. She'll say goodnight to her children and husband, as you'll hear like the little kids on the phone like, "Good night, Mom. Good night, Orbic, Solara, Lauren. Scoop, you make sure they don't stay up too late." Oh, yeah, I got you, honey.
When I examine Gerada, do they look like they're rigged up with a whole bunch of blood squibs?
God.
Just ketchup packets under every part of their armor.
Yeah. Is something terrible about to happen?
So much pathos being set up.
I am going to, before going down for the night, because everybody knows I'm not about to keep watch, I'm going to cast my escape alarm spell. So I kind of want to know if somebody leaves the area that we're in right now.
Okay,
And I think that person's going to be Gerada.
sure.
I think that I can have the entire party know, or the alarm will be a non-audible, in your head alarm. And yeah, so if for some reason Gerada tries to sneak out in the night, we'll get a little ring in our heads.
Okay.
Or, maybe there's a monster or something and there's a good reason for them to leave. And
Gerada's leaving. It's being dragged away by a monster.
yeah, exactly.
Traitor. She appears
she's
to be
not
inside the
betrayed
stomach
us.
of something.
And I think that more the nature of my wanting to cast this spell is if for some reason they're keeping watch and they need to run and leave, they're not connected to our sliver network.
Okay.
It's less of a paranoid they're gonna fuck us and more of a just to try to. And this is the only alarm spell I know, so. Or else I would be casting normal ass fucking alarm right now. Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Did Max and Colic ever get back to me?
Yeah, they would eventually. You'd get a response back of, "What can I help with, Keegan?"
I'm gonna ask them about the meeting. See if they got anything about it tomorrow.
Yeah. We have a meeting tomorrow.
Did they say who's supposed to be there?
No. I mean, I thought all of us in our department got it.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up. We're we're out of
We're
town.
doing dodgy shit behind Amon's back right now.
Thank you for the information. We'll see you later.
Just curious, did we get any form of notification about a meeting?
I mean, for the meeting in 2 days, yeah.
Right, but not this one.
No.
The one for tomorrow.
All right, yeah, that'll bug me a little bit. Like, sounds like we didn't get invited to this meeting, and maybe Typh is gonna poach all our fucking team while we're away.
Or Orion will.
Oh yeah,
I will nod and go along with Gerada's assignment of watch schedule and just go like whatever she says my watch is. I'm fine with that. But when we go to bunks, I'm just going to sit on my bunk and just be sitting there, awake the entire night.
Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, that visual is so creepy. Just you with your claw hands, just 1,000 yards staring off into the night all night. Like I don't imagine you're doing much blinking. Like,
Nope. Just sitting there doing watch, glancing over once in a while to see Oswald just looking at you. A little wave.
and it's funny too because you're like the most personable. So you're like, "Good night, guys. Have a good night." And then you just sit there and you just stare, dead-eyed.
Oh, his eyes glowing in the darkness like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need a doctor we can trust.
You don't trust Herbert Francis?
I don't know Herbert Francis.
it's been a second since we've called her doctor. Yeah.
As I recall, Dr. Francis prescribed bed rest last time.
And Oswald has run as far away from that as possible.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
he's
if you took his
probably
advice,
not
you'd
wrong.
be fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
All right, Keegan, you have second watch. Go and give me a percentile roll. See if
Okay.
anything comes up.
Bam. 14.
All right.
Out of 100 percentile.
Yes.
All right. So in second watch, Keegan, you will hear and see some of those corrupted necrosludged elk coming close, as well as the kind of meat wolves. With a fortified position, with Gerada, with yourself, with weapons, it's not hard to take them out, but it does mean that we're going to put a little mark for a check for everyone in the morning to see if they're actually able to get rest. So you guys are able to gun down these creatures. Easy enough. For some of you, that means that in the morning you may not have gotten hit points or spells back, as you just really hard to sleep with the occasional gunfire every couple hours just spraying out.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. I definitely use a lot of spells.
Oswald,
Yeah.
you'll have the middle of the latest shift before it starts getting lighter again.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me your percentile.
Alrighty. A 70 on a 100.
Alrighty. And then fours, you have the last shift.
A 91.
Yeah.
So I do require a fort save then for all of you. This will be a pretty easy one. It's a DC 10, but if you fail this check, basically just you won't get any spell slots or hit points back as you weren't able to rest.
I rolled a 15 for a total of 21.
Hell yeah,
Six.
just enough not to get tired.
I got a 22.
Keegan also got a 22.
And Lucius hates this morning.
Extra coffee in the coffee cup.
Late at night, in the darkness and the depths of it, Oswald, as you're alone with nothing but your thoughts, I require the first fortitude save to see about your levels.
Okay.
This is DC 22,
Well, I got a 10.
so it's around 2 in the morning that Oswald becomes level 6.
Oh.
But we do have a couple more of these, so during Forza's shift, go and give me your fort save.
Mm-hmm. I got a 21 on the second fort save.
And as the sun breaks, Oswald becomes level 5. And as the
Oh,
grumpy
no.
and angry Lucius gets up, wondering what liquid he'll pour in here to get coffee, go ahead and give me that final fort save.
Total of 9.
Then Oswald, you stayed awake throughout the night as a new day confronts you at level 4.
Yep.
But you all do wake up. Most all of you well rested, as Gerada says that should the rest of the NTech members should be here in about an hour, and we'll help get you guys out of here and cordon off this area until you get back.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll have people showing up as well.
Oh, okay. Just she'll give you her HCOM number. Go ahead and just contact me so I can get them approval and make sure that they have their paperwork in order. Can't have any unqualifieds getting up here. Hate to lose them to the woods.
Sure. I'll send that in a message to Xavier to look into what could prohibit us from being out here, what constitutes being unqualified.
Okay.
Make sure that he can do whatever he needs to do to fudge anything or make sure that we are legit.
Alrighty.
I'll head down and start getting the area prepared to get fixed. I can get the area cleared out, get it taken apart where I need to.
Okay.
And then once the parts get here, I can get it put back together.
Yeah. So within the next hour as they arrive, you guys have an hour of kind of free time. But once they get there, they'll give you the parts you need to start getting this put in, as other NTEC members will help join in, assisting you, Keegan, with what you need to do.
Fantastic.
Of course, we have an hour of free time. You up for a game?
You know,
Would you like a craft mechanical or knowledge engineering?
Do knowledge engineering.
I don't think I'll have anything better to do but back him up right now.
Okay.
Do I get any negatives on this from a bad night's sleep?
No.
25.
I got a total of 11 with a natty 1, so I don't know if I help out.
I feel like you guys are role-playing well into this. So I didn't say you got any penalties, but they seem to disagree. So
Yeah.
25.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, with the 25, the NTEC engineers here can all kind of nod along and, oh yeah, no, I see how that works. Good. That makes sense. We'll go ahead and get this sealed in
sipping
place.
on a coffee, like, don't you need to do this? Like, no. Why don't you go do something else, Lucius? You're not helping.
You turn around and look at the chessboard. Hey, I see a move.
Yeah.
That's okay, Lucius. We need a foreman. Come stand here.
Just like real life.
Go ahead and you guys have your games. Who's first roll? Go.
I'm going to use my int on this one.
all right, I'm doing wisdom again. It's the only way I can get any ground on this.
All right, give it a shot. Boom. I got a 5.
I got a 9.
Fours, you have the sense motive bonus as well.
All
We
right,
have an hour.
and
Want
now-
to do another one?
Yeah. Best of 3. And then but each game I could theoretically, if I wanted to, just use wisdom each time.
You're good
Okay.
set.
I'm going to try. I'm going to do with my child this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my cha. It's a battle of chas, and you have a distinct advantage. I can roll a d20.
I can get that natty 10.
Okay, you won.
You got to roll again, though, because you did cha.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just can't. You choose the D20 or D4.
D10, roll 10.
so then that would be a total of 6.
Okay, so yeah, Dosh will take this one.
Yeah.
So you won last one, so we both get the... Sorry.
So both of you have the sense motive boost, and Dosh, you have a reroll on an int wizard chas check today.
Oh, okay.
It'd be cha. It'd be the one you used.
Yeah, me
Sure.
cha.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm imagining the listeners trying to parse this minigame right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will post rules for it.
Will the links be in the show notes?
Links are in the show notes. But yeah, with that, then NTEC members here helping get this solved and fixed. Gerardo will help you guys get out of here. Besides a very tired Lucius walking back, you guys will be back by late afternoon, back at the wrecker, unless there's anything else you wanted to do out here.
Don't we got a long drive back?
You do have a long drive back.
Did our people ever arrive?
The appraiser would have arrived later in the morning and then had to be escorted up there, but you guys would be on your way back by then, unless you're waiting for the appraiser.
I said we gave the coordinates to Xavier. I'm hoping that he can hash it out from here.
Yeah, because the appraiser would still have to do that whole hike with everybody else. So that means you wouldn't be seeing them until mid-afternoon. And then you guys would still have to hike back.
Are we worried that these guys are gonna, like, I don't know. We put a lot of faith in the Zentech dudes to handle this thing while we're gone.
Sounds like it's just EdTech folks on site right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and then eventually our guys will show up later in the day. I mean, if we have communication and I know that we're going to make it back on time, then sure, we can wait.
I mean, if you want to wait for the appraiser, you do not know you're going to make it back on time.
Or then we're not waiting.
Because that would be waiting most of the day, then having to hike back at night, which would put you all on another day, would put, especially at Lucius, another day of not sleep. And then we still have the drive back. But that is up to you guys.
Yeah, I voiced my opinion on it.
Yeah, we could split so that one or more of us stays here just to maintain like being on site, but whoever stays behind is not making the meeting.
I can stay behind, and then you can just invite someone to the meeting and dress them up like me.
I can stay behind because I'm kind of technically not even an employee like Barry is. I'll just hand you Barry's chip card.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, give me the chip card. You will be in attendance. I promise you.
Your chip card will be badged in.
I like it. I like that plan. If you're comfortable staying behind, Dodge.
Yeah, I'm fine. I slept well last night.
Okay.
Lucius, what do you think?
Well, first off, I think we're mind fucking this really hard. Let's just let's say Keegan and Fours miss the meeting. We get Oswald to a doctor, and yeah, the rest of us head back. That's my thoughts on it.
So then me and you go to the meeting. Oswald's at the doctor, and Keegan and Forrest stay behind.
Mm-hmm.
Works for me.
I'm down with that.
Go team.
Works for me.
All right, sounds good. Hey, everybody. This is Jeff, your corporate sponsor, GM, and narrator. And for this fun meeting today, we have 2 players. But before we get started, let's get them lightsaber checks. Mav.
Hey, my name's Mav. I'm playing Josh. I'm a level 8 swashbuckling android. Monk hybrid. I rolled a 9.
And this is John playing as Lucius. I got a total of 14. I am now a level 8 sorcerer with a little bit of bard splashed in.
Alrighty. Well, for recap, our 2 corporate heroes have now driven to the Amon Advancements building in order to make their meeting with Ty Freyland, CEO of the company. They've dropped Oswald off at the local doctor to be checked out while the rest of the team is still at the generator in Selene, keeping track of it while Entech assists them with securing the location. Unless there's anything I missed?
Sounds about right.
Alright. So, your email has you meeting Typh at the restaurant at the top of the Dustblade Tower, Ovanis by Jin. Is there anything you need to do before you get there?
I'll probably give my Barry back his ID card before we get into too much deep shit, if I haven't already.
Yeah, heading back to the office, you'd be able to find Barry and give him back the card. You'd appreciate it. Definitely making sure that you're okay returning it, that nothing bad is happening.
Well, don't believe so, but if it does happen, I don't want you to get caught up in it. I really appreciate you helping me out all this time, and I think we are kind of getting into some sketchy territory, and it could be better if stayed clean of it.
Yeah, he'll nod. And yeah, we didn't see you at the meeting yesterday.
Yeah, we had. Go for it.
I didn't really see an invite for that one.
Oh, I apologize then, Lucius. You must not have been on it, but they've reassigned everyone to different departments.
Makes sense. Looking around, is like Gore still here, or
Gore is not.
Okay.
Neither is Sharap or Akalik or Max. Most of the Orion's team is also gone. Though Orion will pop in for just a moment to... Oh, you're showing up for your meeting.
Good to see you, Orion.
As always, Lucius. Please, you have that meeting with Typh. Please choose somebody else. Don't let it be me, okay?
I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
You will shortly. I wish you the best, Lucius.
That's it. I use my new bribe feed. I bribe him. I'll be a little bit concerned and kind of put a frown on with that and watch him leave.
Like, what a dramatic asshole. Like, you could have just told us. I'm glad he's not our boss anymore.
I like to think he never was.
Didn't find someone with strong enough backbone to control us, I don't think.
But with that, there's a corporate kind of sky bridge you can take to go across to the Dustblade Tower. There's also further up in the upper suite offices, there is a designated mage that simply exists to teleport people from here to the restaurant.
Oh, God, he's like the guys that used to push the elevator buttons for you. Just like... How many spell slots does he have dedicated to teleport?
All of them.
And he's a sorcerer. I say we take the Skybridge.
For a little walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll take a nice walk across. You can look out over the city, so you can see all the way to the north and south, looking out over all of Duskbanter in the distance. To the north, Sordai and Orferi districts, and to the south, Sulane and Selene. See the airships over the airport, But getting to the other side of it, you'll hit the button for the elevator to go up to the top to enter into Ovanis by Jin. A large open floor plan with the kitchen and everything built around the center. You can tell that they have probably their own elevators in the middle there for getting materials as well as people up and down. The entire restaurant is empty. And considering it's about 11 a.m., it does feel a little weird. Typh will approach and, Lucius, Dosh, what a pleasure. What do you think? I'm trying to get ready for the big meeting coming up. He's wearing a well-tailored business suit that stays in the blues and reds of Amon. When the shadows in the room cast across it, the colors invert. And so he'll kind of, does it feel too flashy? It feels too flashy.
Sometimes flashy is what you're going for.
And as he's saying that, I'm kind of looking around at the emptiness, being a little bit confused, but starting to just, this is Typh. And then following after Dosh. Yeah, flashy. I'll take off my owlbearer coat and look to the coat check.
Yeah, with military-like precision, a waiter will come over quickly and grab your coat and hold it and stand off to the side.
And I'm wearing my somewhat wrinkled Amon speed suit.
Yeah, Typh yeah, it is too flashy. I don't like it. Well, it is a pleasure to have you both. I must be losing my touch, it seems. The rest of your team didn't feel that this visit was needed or necessary. Huh.
Unfortunately, they weren't able to make it.
That is a shame. Well, it's been a long time. I thought a face-to-face was needed to make sure we could really communicate, because I do hate being misunderstood. But first, please, take a seat, order something. It's a business lunch, isn't it? Typh's eyes will linger a little bit longer on your arm, Lucius, and, oh, where did you get that?
I'm feeling like a pit in my stomach knowing that I'm about to get fucking chewed out and or killed or something.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna muster up some fake courage and flex it out and say, oh, this thing? A little bit antique.
I'm not a fan of the aesthetic. Maybe we could do something about that.
It really does the trick, though. I think I'll keep it as long as I can.
It doesn't take a sense motive check to see that kind of slight grimace across his face of, I don't like that. But he'll, please, take a seat. Chef Jin will be out here to take our orders shortly. You can see the staff is, even though it's just you three, there's about 20 staff members that are all just standing perfect row, ready, waiting, one with water, one with wine, one ready to get drinks, one ready to bring menus. With clockwork precision, they will get you seated, get everything you need, fill up waters. Plates arrive at the exact same time, but Typh will, order anything you want. Everything is available here. I'm going to go with the Kraken eggs myself.
Yeah, I'll sit down and I'll say, if you want to make that suit work, instead of inverting the colors, just have it go black in the shadows, or gray.
Sounds clever, I like that.
Yeah. You know what, I may take that under consideration. I appreciate that. Now, is that Barry or Dosh? I'm always a little confused these days.
Oh, it's Dosh.
Okay, excellent. And you do work for me, is that correct?
Still a little confused about that these days, too.
Okay, well, that's an easy one we can solve. See, Tower Optics has reached out saying that I have taken their property. Now, I told them that's impossible. Ahmad would never steal. That being said, if you work for me, then there's nothing to tell them but to eat sand. If you don't, then I should probably assist them in finding their lost property if it's in my area.
Oh, you're that afraid of Tower Optics?
I wouldn't say fear comes into it, but it's bad business to take another business's employee, especially if I don't have a contract.
I'll have like a partial smile hidden behind a menu floating in front of me as I have my Hand of the Empire just kind of on the table right now as I'm doing kind of a, rattling of the fingers kind of thing. And I'll say to Typh, his paperwork is sorted. Dosh is a free entity.
Typh will ponder that for a moment, and for now, I guess that'll just have to do. Do you want to eat first, or do you want to talk now? I feel after a meal, everyone's usually in a better mood.
I can agree with that. And I'll settle on the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yeah.
Dosh will just have a lot of cocktails. If it's a business lunch, then I need to have at least one or two. If they have Android liquor, that is.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Lucius, your plate of rare Bandersnatch steak will come out. It's been accented with the eggs of nightmare spiders, with some potatoes on the side. Typh has a plate of live Kraken eggs. There's only 2 of them, but you can see the small squid-like creatures moving inside as he pours over the kind of spicy hot sauce that boils them inside their egg at the plate. And Dosh, each one of the bottles that are being brought to the table could easily bankrupt a small business.
Well, then I'll definitely savor it.
Typh will be cordial and funny and tell me about these generators. Now, I know, you all think of me as a villain, but let me make this clear. When I took over, I made a promise to the people of Darga, to the Rethi Empire, that I would defend them for turning over their power to me. These shrines, these generators in the end help the people, and for this, I do thank you. Plus, let's be honest, now that you're giving away the power for free, it would be a PR nightmare to take them back and start charging. As I said, if it helps people, I can agree with it.
I'm glad you see it that way.
I am not your enemy here, Lucius.
So, I don't really feel like I've got room to talk quite yet, because I've just got to kind of be reactionary and see where he's going with this. So I'll just start eating.
Yeah, throughout the meal, he'll make small talk, and the chef will come over. Jin, the head chef here, you'll see with his slick black hair, pale skin, deep green eyes, is everything to your liking? But you can see that like nervous look on his face to make sure that you're happy.
And I'll smile up and with my false courage say, this is the best meal I've ever had.
He looks to Typh for confirmation, and Typh with a wave of his hand will, thank you. Well done, as always, Jin. But after the meal's over, a few more drinks are shared before Typh will... So I have a fun task, and I have kind of a serious one. Do you like good news or bad news first?
Hit me with the good news.
All right. I have a very important meeting coming up with the Big Ten, and I see this as a very amazing opportunity for Amon and others to make a lot of money. Now, I'm sure we all want to address the shadow in the room. Y'all fucked up. But your fuck up did do something that caught me off guard. So, first, let's get to this. I have an idea. We'll go into the Big Ten, going to talk to them about sponsoring a competition of sorts. Something that kind of brings us all in, allows us to show off our country, show off our businesses. I think this is give Amon a chance to really expand its market. Normally, I would just use some prisoners for this, but it hit me. You are my Amon acquisitions team now, and I think you would be an amazing team for Dungeon Crawl International.
Gulp a little bit of that.
We'll have Fab Faran, we'll have drones, the whole thing. I'll go to the Big Ten, offer them a chance to get in on this, and, we'll have prizes that even they'll drool over. That is if they agree, and honestly, I find when I can truly talk to people face to face, they find it pretty fucking hard to disagree with me. He'll motion over to a briefcase on a table behind him. I'm thinking 6-person teams. So, I'm going to need you to find a 6th. If not, we'll just send Orion. Figure I'd let you make your own, since you seem to excel at your own style of chaos with your team.
Josh laughs, thinking back about Orion. And just how much he wants to get Lucius to choose him.
I know you may be a little upset about moving all your people around, but we've been talking with focus groups and it's tested pretty well. Switching over to Amon acquisitions and making kind of a smaller, more personal team, I think is really going to bring a lot to the brand.
What's the bad news?
I rattle my fingers more.
Because in my head, I'm thinking that does not sound like good news.
I wouldn't even call it bad news, Dosh. I'd say it's more of a chance to make up. So even though I think you did a good thing in the long run with those shrines, and I'm really happy you're going to be joining the Dungeon Crawl International team, you still kind of fucked up and defied me, and that kind of sets a bad precedent for the other sections of the company. So I figure this is a chance for you guys to help kind of fix the back end of your beneficial screw-up. So, get this. I have been trying to find a way into the Corlean market for years. They're pretty insular, they don't really let up a lot of people in. But then you assholes delivered a basket. And can you believe they accepted?
I can.
So normally our laws don't extend outside of our borders, but this puts Corlean in our crosshairs. Chance of a lifetime, and I'm giving you an opportunity here to clear your debt with me for this. So I'm going to ask a simple request. I need you to kill Taro Shin, the head of the Serpent. See, the Kabuto Syndicate has a lot of leeway in the Corlean market. If they're removed, considering they've already accepted our basket, and he demanded that we don't choose Primeros or something, so it's just him and I. If he's removed beforehand, then I win, and I get part of the Syndicate.
For Dungeon Crawl International, you want us to kill off the Syndicate leader?
Yep, exactly. I'm going to go to the Dreadnought to be with the Big Ten. While I'm away from the country for a bit, I'm going to have you all sent to Golden, where Taro Shin will be. He's a big meeting of the casino lords and whatnot. He'll be defended for sure. He'll also be in the open and in a place that's not his normal hunting grounds. And usually I would just send the Justicari, but, well, you know. Anyways, you take him out. I'll forgive you for ignoring my orders. That'll weaken them enough that they should be a pushover. I mean, at very worst, his son is in the country, but I felt it was a little low class to start by killing his children.
Alright, so over the table here, we were sent to investigate what these shrines were.
Mhm.
Not acquire what these shrines were, right?
Correct. You were also
But
supposed
yeah.
to deliver the basket to the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what he's mad about. He's not really I think he's obviously upset by the shrines, but he
Right.
realizes. I mean, corporate-wise, business-wise, he made a mistake by wording that wrong, and we took advantage of him on that, and he's mad about that. But I don't think he's going to do anything about that. But the
Right.
wine, yeah,
To the Kabuto Syndicate
Yeah.
that's where the silver lining is that he can. All right.
Yeah, Silver Linings, he can now try to take over another country.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So all right. That's making me rethink how I wanted to respond.
And of course, I'm not going to send you guys in unprepared. I'm going to have you reach out to Ophelia. She's going to give you access to the old Justicari resource department. We'll get you whatever you need to make sure you pull off this hit. But I am going to send you soon. So after we're done here, you're going to get the rest of your team, and then you're going to head to Golden right away. And then that gives you some time to think about who you want to bring on as your sixth.
Josh sips his drink in deep thought. He has there's a lot of threads we can actually take this in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
That he can use. Like, obviously, Typh has the upper hand here, but I already feel like there's ways we can play this.
Right.
And if we do this, we're all even.
You know what? Sure. You kill Taro Shin, you complete and win Dungeon Crawl International, then hell, yeah, we'll go ahead and clear your tab, Lucius. Heck, you can even keep all that shit you took from Rudolph or whatever his name was.
Randy's name out your mouth. Only I get to belittle that man.
Right. Fucking Randy. I'm trying to think of a good response here. So yeah, I'll stop rattling my fingers and say, yeah, that sounds fair enough.
See? I knew we could come to a reasonable understanding. Do you guys smoke? Cigar? Anything?
Just this once? Sure.
3 employees would quickly rush over, holding your drinks of choice that you've been having all lunch. And let's go out to the terrace. Have a smoke and look out over the city. It calms me to look and see what I own.
Josh will refill his glass before he follows the 2 gentlemen outside.
And I'll have just been drinking water this entire time, wishing I had my coffee cup on me. And I'll walk out somewhat concerned.
Thanks for listening. Like, rate, review, share, you know the stuff. Our intro and outro are from Nihilore, you heard Monolithic. You also heard Cathedral, Never Take Reality for Granted, The Woods Shall Wave on the Mountains. As well as Make Some Malco's corporate background music for business presentation finance. Sound effects by Pixabay. As we get ready to head into this summer here in 2025, I hope that you are all able to enjoy it, relax, and spend time with those you care about. All right, have a good one. Bye. 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 Bye.